Now let us start our lesson. Oh, I forgot to ask, how was your week or your evening? Did anyone have a good evening?
Yes, Mr. I had some fun.
What happened?
I went to my cousin's house and had fun, and we laughed together, watched movies.
What did you watch? What movie?
I don't know, he picked the movie, I don't know the name, but it was fun.
Okay, cool. Anyone else? Anyone else have a good evening? No? Okay. So here's our plan. So next week, we are going to do the unit quiz, okay? So today, we're going to review the main things. Topic sentences, the grammar. Remember the two kinds of present. What were the two kinds of present tense? And do you remember how we explored them? Present continuous. How do I draw this? Yes?
It's happening right.
Yes. Can someone give me an example? Something that's, yes. Yes, I am teaching. Another one. Perfect. Okay, it's happening right now. So that will be the present continuous. And the other one. Yes. Sorry? What do you love? Your family? Yeah, perfect. So last week you loved your family? 2 days ago? 5 minutes ago? Right now? And probably tomorrow, next year, 10 years. So we will review these two kinds of tense. Now, but first, today is a special day. Especially for Qatar, because it has a big port. It is called World Maritime Day. Oh. For ports, for shipping, and so on. Because every day, or not every day, the United Nations has a special thing for most days. And today is a day where they kind of celebrate ships and ports and so on. Does anyone here, does their family work in a port or organize shipping? Yeah? So
my grandfather had one of his family was working in diving, and also my brother on my mother's side, he was a diver.
Oh, cool. So today, call them and say, Happy World Maritime Day. Okay? Now, so, as we said, we're having the unit quiz next week. But like everything that you learn, what should you always do to make sure you know it?
Revise.
Yeah, revise. Practice. Tell me something difficult that you know that you had to practice a lot. Something difficult, a difficult skill. Yeah.
To arrange my thing.
Yeah, to arrange your, that's a really difficult skill. Okay? Do all of you know how to ride a bicycle?
Yes.
First time you rode a bicycle, was someone holding the back of your bicycle?
No, I find myself.
Oh, you did? Brave man. Did you ever fall?
Yes, I love.
But you didn't give up?
Yes.
Because it is so important that you have discipline. In this case, self-discipline. Not to say, oh, I know the grammar, it's easy. Just review to make sure you know. Okay? So, we will always review in every unit the main ideas. Okay? And as we go on through the year, as we get to Unit 5, I will of course expect that your topic sentences are good. So just because we have finished Unit 1, does that mean what we forget about topic sentences? No. Of course not. Now, here we go. So tell me some of the things that we talked about in Unit 1. Okay, happiness. What else? Yes? Present. Simple. Wait a second, is this thing? Ah, there we go. I'll write it up here so we can have it. I'll just write it here. So, we have sometimes the old ways is better. Okay, happiness, present, which was this one? Yes. Yes, continuous. There was another name for present continuous. It doesn't really matter the name of the grammar as long as you understand it. But can anyone remember the name? Very good. Yes, good memory. Present progressive. What else did we cover? Yes. Oh yeah, how happiness, but general stuff. What was one of the things that we talked about, the connection between something and happiness? Yes. Sorry? Health, yes, health and happiness. So we had health and happiness, which is obviously very important now. Yes? Ah, very good. GDP. What does GDP mean? Can anyone remember? Yes? Fantastic. Gross domestic product. Very good. Yes? Sorry? Writing essays make you happy. Yeah, writing education, of course, and so on. Is there anything else that we learned that makes people happy? Remember, Singapore had a very high GDP, but another country had a very low GDP, but because of a different reason, they were happy. What was it? Entertainment, of course, makes us happy, but in terms of Mexico and Singapore, what did the book say made people in Mexico quite happy? Yes? Freedom, they said, but remember, what was the issue they said it was in Mexico? Yeah, safety. That Mexico has a lot of crime, but what was it that allowed Mexico to be quite happy?
A relationship with the family.
Yes, family. What's a nicer way of saying family, extended family? One word. Huh? Connections, yeah, connections, community. Okay, back to, forget about happiness now. What else did we do in Unit 1? Yes? Topic sentences. Can anyone just briefly explain what topic sentences are? Yes?
Like some things at the beginning of a sentence, at the beginning of a paragraph to explain what's going to be.
Yeah, and why is that useful for a reader? Why does it help me? Or when you read a newspaper or read whatever it is? Yes? Exactly. Okay? And when you go to university and you have to read 5,000 pages, and some of it will be boring, it will be useful for you to be able to quickly find exactly what you need. And the topic sentence will help you, okay? Now, in terms of Microsoft Word, what were the 3 basic things that I want you to do from now on when you do an assignment? Yes? Which New Roman? Something New Roman. Yeah. Put the first bingo. Times New Roman. What size? Next, what else? Double spaced. What is the easy way, the fast way of doing double spaced? Control and 2. Now, I spoke to Mr. Amdad, your computer science teacher. Yesterday we were talking in an office about certain things, and he and I are talking about certain things that he's going to just make sure you know. For example, in 9B yesterday, we were talking about something called autosave. Okay, so he's going to review that with you. And if you use this, you will never lose an assignment. Yes? Yeah, for this? Sorry. Oh, very good, yes. What does indent mean? Did you hear him? Could you say it very loud, please? Don't look at me, look around at everyone, because I know. Tell them. Okay? So your paragraph is like this. Okay, next paragraph. Next paragraph. If this is a page of a book, why does indenting help you? Yes? Yeah, it tells you when the next paragraph is. So it lets you know where the topic sentence is going to be. Okay? And later in the year, when we start reading a novel, okay, you will notice that indenting can also be used for other cool things. But we'll worry about that later, okay? Okay. One more thing about Microsoft Word that I expect you to do from now on. Yes. the margins. What kind of margins do we want? Yeah, normal. Now, 99% of the time, your Microsoft Word will have normal margins anyway, but just always check, okay? Now, here we go. So, you guys already know new GDP, so we don't need to review that. What was important about GDP? Remember, just because a country has a high GDP, does that mean it's, what is the vocabulary phrase I'm going to use? 3 words. Just because a country has a high GDP, its blank of blank isn't always high. I'll give you a hint. There was some more vocab test. Yeah. Standard of living. Okay. Our okay. So even if a country has a super high GDP, there you go, Harry Potter. Anyway, just because a country has a super high GDP, does it mean its standard of living is high? So what do we do? What do we do? Remember? Bingo. Let's use this marker. Maybe this marker is easier to read. Per. Do we remember what this means? What does it mean? Yeah, per person, per head is the original thing, okay? So how do we get the GDP per capita? Remember, Singapore, very high GDP, but also per capita very high. So what do you do? So if a country has, let's say, in whatever currency you want, how do we make, that's the GDP, how do we get it per capita? Bingo, okay? So like some countries which have super high GDPs, like China, India, US, you only really know if you divide by population. Now, we covered that, you guys know all this. Topic sentence. Now, we know this. So let's, okay. So what we're going to do now in a moment is, we're going to just double check we understand what this is. Then you're going to open your notebooks, okay? And I'm going to show you a PDF, and you are going to write down one A or B or C. But let's just do one practice one, okay? Okay, would anyone care to read? Thank you, yes.
For example, I usually go skiing every weekend in the winter. Even though it is expensive, I love the feeling of flying down the mountain. The views are beautiful from the top of the mountain and along the trail. Even the danger of falling and fear not can keep me away from the slopes on a winter day.
So what is the paragraph talking about? Yeah, skiing, of course, okay? So this is all skiing, okay? It talks about how often go skiing. It talks about liking skiing. It talks about the views are pretty. It talks about some danger. But I will always go skiing. Okay, so that's the idea of the paragraph. So which one of these would best kind of cover the main idea? Yes? B? Okay, so let's just hold B as the right answer, yes. But before, I mean, always in a test, do this. Let's just make sure we are right by using the process of elimination, which means you get rid of the bad answers to make sure you have the good answer. Why is this answer incorrect? Yes?
Because the author didn't mention about money.
Yeah, he only mentions it in the little part. Okay, he doesn't just say buying skis are quite expensive and buying an airplane ticket and, you know, renting a hotel in mountains. He just very quickly mentions it. So we know now that is not correct. Why is C incorrect?
Because he didn't talk about danger all of the whole paragraph. First, he talked about when he liked to go skiing, and he said about the crash of skiing. Then he said why he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Then he talks about the danger.
Yes, he only mentions it one time. If C, and it's not, but if C was the right answer, it would be skiing is dangerous, you can break your leg, blah, blah, danger, 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 danger. And C would be the right. But, as the gentleman in the back said, correct, okay? So now, just listen fully to the instructions before you start. In a moment, when I say go, open your notebook, right? Okay, just listen to the instructions before we start. Write down topic sentence review, okay? And you will answer like this, very simply, okay? Because I'm not going to make you write the full sentences because the point here is to review topic sentences, okay? Okay? You will answer like this. 1, A, B, or C. That's it, okay? You don't have to make this page fancy because these are not proper notes, okay? This is just for practice. So don't worry about having spacing. You can just answer it a line like this, okay? Okay. So I'm going to open this PDF for you. Where is it? Here. Okay, I will zoom in. No, everyone get their page. Yes? Speak louder, please. You can just write TS, okay? Because many times in the class I will just say TS or something just to save time, okay? Now, and we'll of course put today's date. Okay? No problem. Okay, is everyone ready? Now, if there is a vocabulary word that you don't know what it means, ask, no problem. But the point is choose A, B, C, or D. So first one. Okay? So read it. Ooh, I'll erase all that stuff. Yeah, of course. Can you see it okay? Okay. Now, if there's any vocabulary words you don't know, just ask. Yes? TS review is fine. But for this kind of practice work, I don't really mind about the title. No, you just only write down 1, A, B, C, or D. That's it. You don't have to write anything else. Are we done? Yeah. Good? Okay. A, B, C, or D? Yeah, that's pretty straightforward, okay? Okay, number 2. Number 2, what's the answer? Go on, just say it. Are we all good? By the way, topic sentence is B. Summer is my favorite season. Good. And the other sentences are what we call SIs. What does SI mean? Good idea. No, I don't think we talked about this. It doesn't really matter what we call them, just as long as you understand how to use them. But we call them. It is. But the problem is with this is normally, most schools I work at, there's always like 10 markers left here. Do you know what I mean? Whereas in this school, most teachers just carry them in here. And the problem is that, so the markers kind of get dry because they don't get used all the time. Because you know how when things get dry? So that's the problem. That's why the markers don't work very well all the time. It's called a supporting.
But the idea is why it's not.
Yes. Yes, supporting idea. Sorry, what did you say?
Why is your wife in my 1 second then stop talking?
I don't know.
Well, I think that's straight away.
Oh, is it? So maybe it's just this then. So I should steal another's and replace it with this. Ah. Yes?
So what is water skiing?
Water skiing. On a boat, you put on skis. A boat, you hold on to a thing and a boat pulls you. Okay? What is it in Arabic? Oh, there's two kinds. Explain, please. Oh, really? Oh, no. That surfing is where you stand on the surfboard. But water skiing is like this.
A man with this. In this one, you know, there is one underwater.
What?
Yes, there is one underwater.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, that's water skiing. Okay.
And draw very good.
I can't tell if you're joking or being mean. I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, number 3. Go. Are there any words we don't know? We're good? Okay. Okay. What's the topic sentence? Simple? Yeah. Are there any words we're good? Remember, one of the problems that a lot of you had when we did our diagnostic was the sorry? So one. Sorry. Okay. So, let's just do the process of elimination. City taxes pay for new roads. Okay. So, government collects money in different ways in different countries. They build things. So, if it's C, that it's saying taxes pay for roads. Okay. We need money to build roads. Okay, that supports that idea. Pay teacher salaries and trash collection. That does not support the idea of, okay, more tax money to give help poor people. Does not support C. It is clear that the city will have serious problems of taxes. Okay, does not support C. So we know this is incorrect. B, city taxes are too high. Okay? Now, let's see if the supporting ideas work for this. Okay, we need money to build things. We need to pay teachers and pick up garbage. We need tax to help poor people. We need to raise tax. So it's definitely not that. But also, this final sentence, the kind of the conclusion of this paragraph is saying you should raise tax, which supports this. Okay? Because here it is establishing tax is important, tax is important, tax is important. For example, last night, my family, we ordered Talabat, okay? And on the receipt, have you ever looked at the receipt on Talabat? Yeah, it has different tax. No, I'm not talking about the money for Talabat. On the receipt that I had, they were all set to 0, but on the receipt, it did mention tax. Do you understand? So that's how many governments collect money, okay? Oh, because Qatar gets most of its money from from the oil and gas stuff, but also other businesses and so on.
Some business use tax.
Well, they create tax. Like, so CBQ, the bank, it makes, I don't know, billions of rial every month or year, I don't know. Now, I don't know the tax system in Qatar, but I would guess some of that extra money goes to the government as kind of like a license, you know? I don't know. But that's how most countries will build. Like, for example, my parents, well, they're retired now, but when my dad was working, if he earned 10 rial, I'm just making up, he had to give, it was like 25% to the government. Okay? What? Well, I forget, I don't know the percentage, but that's what it was. But my country's Ireland. But then again, if you're rich, you pay it depends on the country, and it changes because different governments change it. But I think in Ireland, I'm not sure, you pay 45%. So if you get $1 million, you give 450,000 to the government. The idea is to help the country. Well, look, hey, this is yes.
Because once they have paid the this way.
No. Tax in many countries is quite normal. Yeah, they've started bringing it in. Yes. Well, no, tax is something that most countries do just to raise money. Yeah. Like a long time ago, if a king had an army, the soldiers would be like training. Gentlemen at the back, how are we doing? Good? But so the government would take some food from the farmers to feed the soldiers. That was early tax. And then slowly, when they started creating money and blah, 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 blah. Anyway.
Do you know that Donald Trump tax money from America? He, most of the time, really goes to his, you know, like when he goes.
Can you be telling me this as you read this? Come on, gentlemen, number 4, go on quickly. Come on. You may not know what this is.
Like a number.
How did you ever use one? It's a long time ago. Okay? For example, actually, in 2006, when I first left Ireland, I had to send some documents to Korea, where I first started teaching. And so I did not have a fax machine. They were only in offices. I went to an office. You put the paper in. It's kind of like a printer, but it doesn't print the paper. You put it in, it scans the paper, and then sends it in kind of, not an email, but to a phone number. And then in Korea, somebody's fax machine went doot, and a copy of my paper came out. To what? Well, yeah, I had to send copies of documents. Yeah. Anyway, so, what's the answer? Why do you say C and why do you say B? We'll see. Go on.
Because it explains how, like, how the fax was fast and it paved the way for other things.
Okay, so you're saying it's C. You say it's B. Why do you think it's B?
Not A, because it only talks about airplanes once.
Okay, let's just check he's correct. So airplanes have changed our lives. It talks about airplanes, doesn't talk about airplanes, yeah, so that works.
Because it only talks about the fact one time when it says a businesswoman in London order with the factory in Hong Kong by telling the fact. It's B because it's airplane and fax and
TV.
And everything with technology.
What do you think about his answer? Yeah. Okay. Well argued, gentlemen. Good job. Okay. Yeah, it's B. Do you understand why it's B? Because as he correctly pointed out, technology is amazing. Technology is amazing. Technology is amazing. Okay. Whereas here, airplanes, supporting idea, airplanes for technology. Here, fax machines supporting the idea of technology. Here, supporting the idea of technology. Okay? Number 5. Where is the wrong one? Yes?
You're holding the pen.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Of course, yes, yes, yes. Oh, I should zoom go up a bit. Okay, are there any words we don't know? What word? Tuition. Okay, where? Ah, there we go. Tuition.
Something you pay for going in the scholarship.
It's the money you pay to a school to go. Now, for example, when I was growing up, because I went to a government school, like you are now, you don't pay to go to school. Was anybody at a private school last year? So your parents or the government of Qatar paid for your parents, I don't know, paid money, paid tuition. And when you go to university, depending on what university you go to, I guess in Qatar will be free? For you? Yeah. Okay, some university, some of them, there will be no tuition. You register and then whatever. And but if you want to go to Cambridge in the UK or whatever, you have to pay. Do you understand?
But sometimes it's not the government.
Well, it depends. It depends. For example, when I went to my first universities in Ireland, I didn't pay. Do you understand? It depends on the country, depends on the system. So maybe if, for example, for you gentlemen who will all be hopefully amazing scientists and engineers or computer programmers or whatever, then I think Qatar is trying to push this, yes? So maybe they will pay for all your, I don't know. You'll figure it out. You don't have to worry about it now. You're in grade 9. Okay, so what is the answer? B? What are the different supporting ideas, the different factors? Yes?
Because first talk about the quality of
Yeah,
education,
quality.
then talk about the school size and
Yeah, because you don't want to go to a tiny university in like a city that's not interesting, you know? What? Yeah, but you know, you want to have somewhere that you will learn, but also have a good life for the 3 or 4 years. Yeah, that would be an interesting place, yeah. And one more? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's important, yes.
All of the sentences, they start with, you must consider.
Yeah, it's a bit boring, isn't it? It's like, look, well, you must consider, and then they change it to this, but then they change it back to this. It's a bit what? Yeah, it's a bit repetitive, which is boring. It makes it, which when you're reading, it's a bit boring. So, but you see? Yeah, it is, yeah. Technology. Yeah?
So what does scholarship mean?
What does what?
The same as
What does what mean?
it's the same.
Oh, scholarship is kind of the opposite. Okay? So, if you get a scholarship, I'll write it down. So, a scholar is an old term for a student who is very good, like an expert, a very smart person, okay, who studies at university or, okay. Now, let's pretend that in grade 12, what, have you any idea what kind of job you want? Any idea?
Chemical engineer.
Chemical engineer. So let's say when he's in grade 12, of course your grades will be perfect, won't they? Of course they will, all perfect. So he will apply to some university. Let's say he applies to, any idea what university? Okay. Okay, Oxford. You want to go to Oxford, okay? Now Oxford, as a university, of course wants to get the best students in the world, don't they? Because if they have good students, then the research in their university will be better, which means that their university will discover more things, which means their university will become more famous, which makes more people want to go, which makes their tuition can be higher, and bum, 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 bum. So everyone, the students want the university to be good, and the university wants the best students. So you will apply to Oxford. And if you have certain good grades and other things, it's complicated, but they will say to you, we will give you a scholarship. which means that they will either give you free tuition or 50% tuition, or sometimes they will give you free tuition and some money.
So they will pay you.
They will pay you, yes.
But you have to get really
But it's not just about grades, because remember, there are for every one of you there are going to be so many other students with the same grades or maybe even better. It's about having good grades, but also showing you do stuff like student council or Qatar debate, that you're not just a student who just only studies, that you have very good grades, but you're also an interesting person. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just about grades.
Grade is a part of it.
Grades are a very important part. But like for example, you're diving. That shows, so remember, if I have 2 students at my unit, because my wife is a counselor, so she tells me about this. If you're applying for university and you 2 have the same grades, okay, same grades, everything is the same.
My brother's applying to university. I saw to God, like he's very good, and he just, like yesterday, I saw him put everything and just picture it.
Yeah. The thing is, so exactly the same. Pretend you have no hobbies. I know you probably do, but just pretend. If he has diving, it shows the university this student is able to get good grades and work hard outside of school on something they like. Do you understand? Like he is motivated.
Like go to
Yeah.
let's go.
Wait, just we'll let after him go. Yes.
If you are like side of the education of a famous person, so maybe that's still good use better.
Yeah, unfortunately, but that is unfair. Do you understand?
Because I mean, if I was in son, I would not.
Anyway, you were saying something?
Like, Mr. Like you have to apply in terms of debate and.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah, to make your CV. Do you remember that? Your CV, like something different. Yeah.
If you would like before teaching and
Yeah.
open a business and got a lot of money, would
Yeah.
you be teaching or stay at home?
Well, I like teaching though.
No, like before you know, like you like teaching and you start a business and.
I wouldn't like to run a business.
Yeah, or business I will not study a lot.
Well, maybe, yeah. If like the children of Bill Gates, maybe it is hard for them to motivate, but hopefully they work hard. Anyway,
You don't need anything.
they don't need anything, but hopefully they will want to have a good life that they are proud of when they die. Anyway, no, let's move on from the future and let's focus on the present. So now, read this paragraph, and now, so just write down this next section. Make a topic sentence. Okay, you will write in your book or in your notebook a topic sentence for this. Okay. Okay. So write a topic sentence for it. Okay. Are there any words you don't know what they are? Which ones? Okay, well, when everyone's done, we will review it. Don't worry. So you're writing a sentence. Okay? Just wait for everyone to finish. I appreciate your energy, but let's just relax for 10 seconds. Just relax. Breathe.
So from the school, like, tells you when there's competitions and like.
Yeah. Well, actually, Mr. Youssef and I were talking last week about Qatar debate.
Yes, Mr. I have the.
Sounds very interesting. You're in it? Good. Essentially what it is you practice getting better at speaking and arguing. And what? Yeah. Or even just pretending you seem nice, maybe. But yeah, do you know what I mean? Like seeming good, and you do learn. And then they give you a topic, and 2 teams from different schools, they argue.
Yes, some will have
Yeah.
Or someone attacked someone.
Yeah.
And you have to read about it. And
Yeah, it's cool. What? Gentlemen, on English, please. No. Okay, what is a good topic sentence? One person, please. Hands up. Go. Gentlemen at the back, how are we doing? Go on, say it again.
Paul has a lot of hobbies.
Paul has a lot of hobbies. Let's see. He collected since he was a kid. That supports the idea of a lot of hobbies. He's proud of his collection of stamps. Do you know what stamps are? Yes. Okay, he's proud of it. He also enjoys painting and drawing. Now he's become interested in gardening. His favorite hobby is reading. He reads one book every week. He keeps busy. He has a lot of hobbies. Does that work as a topic sentence? Yeah, that works. Go on, a different one. Just wait. Just go on.
Paul's hobbies.
Sentence?
Paul's hobbies.
But that's not a full sentence. If you write Paul's hobbies, there is no verb. Paul has hobbies is a simple sentence, but it's okay. Yeah. Paul has multiple hobbies. Perfect. Go.
What Paul likes doing in his life.
Perfect. Yes. Of course.
Paul's hobbies can be used as a title.
Paul's, say it again.
Paul's hobbies can be used as a title.
It could be a title, yes, but not as a topic sentence, but it could be a title. One more and then we move on.
Paul and the hobbies.
Paul and the hobbies, but there's no verb. That's not a sentence. That would be a title, but not a topic sentence. Yes, go.
Paul has many fun hobbies.
Has many fun hobbies. Yeah. Now, number 2. Do number 2 and then do number 3, okay? Oh, did you? Oh, he's gone to the toilet. So, do number 2, do number 3. You're writing sentences, okay? Come on. So, number 2 and number 3. Not too big. Let's say 1. That's a little bit bigger. Good. 2 and 3. Souffle is a kind of dessert. Oh, you know it, okay. A CD player. Have you ever used a CD player?
Yes.
You have? Okay, good. No?
Not fun. And
I know, but
TV is the. And then what the.
yeah, the plastic circle.
it's a DVD player.
Compact disc. Compact, meaning compact. The square, the cassette. Yeah, when I was a kid, I would play the radio, and then when a song I liked to come on, it was always 2 buttons, press record.
Mr. Me, my dad has his old favorite movies, and we watched them.
Oh, and the movie cassettes. Yeah. When I was a kid, we would get them.
You know that the jukebox?
Yeah. Oh, the records, the big ones.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
When we were young, we used CD player.
You did?
Oh, yeah, so
Today,
in my home.
young kids haven't children.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
in my home, my mother's father would have 2 big of these things that go around.
Oh, the records, the big black circles.
We had one, then as my sister came and threw one. That was what they call it.
A frisbee. Okay, number 1. So, I can't wait to come home from school and eat the delicious meal she's prepared. She's famous for desserts. Don't get this a lot of people make that mistake. They always put 1 S. Is the sand. Yeah. And chocolate souffle, she's always experimenting new recipes. No one in the world can cook. Yes, go. Okay, so peach pie and chocolate souffle are delicious. If we pick that, let's just say peach pie, PP, and chocolate souffle are delicious. Okay, so if that was the topic sentence, then are we going to see supporting idea? Let's see. I can't wait to go home from school and eat the delicious meal she's prepared. It could be if that's all she cooks. Okay, here she's famous for this. but it's she is trying new recipes. No one can cook the way my mother does. Do these ideas support this? Some, but not only really one sentence really does. So it's not that, okay? Just 1 second, let's just explain it again so we understand. So the idea is, okay, that you want the topic sentence to be kind of supported by the different ideas. So this idea, sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3, sentence 4, okay? The idea is that all of these, not always all the sentences, but just for learning it's fine. All of these support a topic sentence. And the one about these peach pie and chocolate souffle are delicious, that's not supported by all the sentences. Yes, what's your idea? My mother is a great cook. Let's see. My mother is a great cook. I can't wait to come home from school because she's got good cooking. That works. She's famous for some things. That works. She's trying new recipes and different ingredients. That works. And no one can cook like my mom can cook. That works.
The mother's delicious goods.
There's no verb in that. As a heading, bingo. But yes, that works perfectly. When he comes back, yes. Go.
My mother's delicious dishes.
That's a heading. There's no verb in that.
My mother is a good cook.
My mother is a good cook. Yeah. Although he probably wouldn't say good because he's saying best in the world. Isn't amazing? Is it fantastic? That would work. Yeah.
My mom cooks delicious meals.
Perfect. Okay, that's easy. Yeah. Same. Okay. Number 3. It never starts in cold weather. The horn, the beeper, and the left turn signal, what I call the indicator. What do you call them in Arabic? The thing when you turn left and right. You know, for when you're driving. Okay. Well, I would say indicator. U.S. English, they say turn signal. I'll write indicator because some of you may want to know British English. Indicator doesn't work properly. Worst of all, the radio only gets one station and the CD player is completely broken. I wish I could get a new car. What is the topic sentence? Go. Perfect. The car isn't working properly. And then, so let's see if that works. The car isn't working properly. Doesn't go when it's cold. The horn and the indicator don't work properly. That supports it. The radio only gets one station. CD player is broken. That supports the idea. I want a new car. All of that. Good job. That supports it perfectly. Go.
My old broken car.
As a title, that works. But what is the problem with that? There's no verb. Remember, you have to have a verb for a sentence. But the title is great. Yes? If you remember, call me. My car is bad. Yeah, simple but direct. And yet one more.
I own the worst car ever made.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
How about the car?
How bad the car is? Okay, that works. Yeah. But you would say the car, but he's talking about his car, so my car. Here, help me. Yeah. Okay. We'll do one more, and then I'm pretty happy with you guys in terms of topic sentences. So, number 5, quickly. Ooh. Oh, we didn't do 4. Okay, 4 and 5, quickly. Now make sure, for those of you who have been making headings, make sure that you put a verb into a sentence, okay? Make sure it's not a heading. Make sure it's a sentence.
What should we be talking about?
We don't know.
Flying a pilot?
For here, we don't know what job. It says the work. We don't know what the work is. I learn new things. What things we don't know. I get to travel a lot. Maybe a pilot. Boss is nice. Could be anything. The boss is always is willing to help. Could be anything. Many new friends. Could be anything. Well, any job that's not alone. And good pay. Well, not any job, but you know. Okay, so if we finish number 4, go.
My job is the best.
My job is the best. The work is interesting, I learn a lot, my boss is nice, my boss is helpful, I have new friends, salary is good. Perfect. Yours supports all of those things. Yes?
For number 5, I had a really bad.
No, for number 4.
Number 4, I like my job.
Perfect, that all supports it.
I have a wonderful job.
Perfect, okay, that's simple. Anyone?
I'm having fun in my new job.
Perfect, yeah, that works. So that's simple enough. Third day, I lost my credit cards, it rained, blah, blah, all bad stuff. So number 5, what do we think it could be?
How about the hotel?
Make a sentence, okay. So, okay, let's just review it more, okay? So to start things off, my plane was late. The hotel was bad. It was small and dirty. On day 3, my wallet, you know what a wallet is? My wallet was stolen. Lost my credit cards. It rained a lot. Got a bad sunburn. It wasn't a bingo. It was a very bad vacation. Support it. Yeah, I know. Didn't scroll down to it yet. It was a bad vacation. Supports it. Supports it. Supports it. Yes. What's your idea?
Worst vacation ever in capitalism.
Yeah, that would actually work. It wouldn't be good grammar, but you know, like in a newspaper, sometimes they do that. That would work. Yeah, it's not proper grammar, but you will see it like on a blog or like on the internet. Yeah, that would be. That would work. That would work. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Topic sentences, we're good. Now, on to, close this. Now back to here. Okay, so we're good with this. Topic sentences, we're happy. Now, the tenses were good. Yes? Now, I want you to quickly, okay, just very quickly, just skim. That means read, just skim quickly. And then in a few minutes, I'm going to ask you, because one of the issues we had in the diagnostic was a lot of you were using the same verbs again and again. Okay? Now, if I put up every verb in English, it would be too much. Okay? So I just took a screenshot of a list of verbs. Just a random list of verbs I found online, because there's no point me giving you a list of every verb. Okay? But just for now, what you're going to do is in a few minutes you're going to write something. But before we do, have a look at this, verbs you don't know. In a few minutes when I ask you, tell me, and I will just circle it. Okay? And then you will pick 5 verbs you did not know, and you're going to use them to write something in a few minutes. Okay? But for now, just slowly go down this list, and then in a few minutes, I will move my finger down here, and you'll say stop, and you will say adapt, and I will say okay. When we have checked off the ones that we don't know, okay, then the 5 that you like the meaning of the most, that you want to try and use, you will then use them to write. But for now, step 1, just look down this list, and ones you don't know, just check it in your head. Go.
Do you know that there are maybe 5,000,
Oh, it is.
120,000 words?
Yeah, there's so many.
But in Arabic, it was 1,500,000.
But it changes every day because scientists create new words all the time. You know, lots of science actually created so many words.
Then what do we do?
So, just quickly, just look at this list. Verbs you don't know, just in your head, just check them. And then in a few minutes, I'm just going to go like this. You'll say stop. And you will say adjust. I will mark it. And we will mark the ones that we don't know, which probably will be about 12 or 13, I estimate. Okay? Yeah. Well, are you asking me yet?
No, I want to see if a word is combined with another word or...
Oh, okay. Dislike?
Is creep combined with
Oh, I know. When we get to creep, I will explain it. Okay? Okay. I will give you, let me see, 92 seconds and I will ask you. All of them. See, most of them you know. Most of them are simple. Because the point is to try and vary. Yeah, oh, there's loads more. Don't worry about that. I just picked just one screenshot because I thought it'd be just because there's no point giving you every verb, is there? Not now. Okay. You have 62 seconds.
Only one word that I got confused.
Okay, one word, good. Can you read them from back there? Okay, so just stand up and walk up the middle until you can see. Okay. Yeah, most of them are fine. Because I just picked a random list, did a screenshot. Okay, you have 33 seconds.
I'm sorry, I just confused. No words.
No words, oh wow. Really, not even one? It's very impressive.
My brain is a little bit wrapped around emphasize.
Okay. It's a synonym kind of for this. Yeah. Okay, 55. Okay, now say stop and then one of you say whatever the verb is. Now remember, the objective is to kind of get familiar with new verbs. So if you don't know one, don't stay silent. You don't come to school to just kill time, okay? To get your brain better. So
Stop.
adopt. No, I know some of you know, but look, guys, it's important. If he says can or whatever, let's just say he says can, don't be like, oh, I know what that is. Come on, guys. Some of you know things that the other people don't. It's fine. Okay, you're still in school. Anyway.
Stop.
Arise, okay.
Stop.
Assure. Astonish as well.
Stop.
Attend.
Stop.
Bathe. Oh, bear. I'm going to tell you bear because you will hear it a lot if you ever go to the US.
I dare you.
Beg. Oh, become.
So I got the pain in my shoulder.
Oh, sorry. Gentlemen.
He's saying all the ones that he knows. He's saying all the ones that he knows.
Okay. Do we know what we should be doing? The ones you don't know. Become. Which one?
No. Become. He said become. You know.
Oh, you know.
Not even adopt, even arrive.
Anyway, whatever. Build, burn, broadcast. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, but if he doesn't, yeah. Burst. Ah.
This say gun.
Cling.
Yes.
Cling. Yeah. Consent, you all agree? No. I'll explain. If you're not okay, we'll come back to it, okay? Yeah. Concern. Concern. Yeah. Concern. I have it here. Consider. Oh, consist. Oh, consult.
It's like consist to.
Consist to. Creep. Yeah, but someone was asking about it, so I'm going to tell them what it means. Criticize. Wait, was that not one of the vocab words? Oh, that was grade 10. That was grade 10. Yeah, weirdo. Yeah. As a noun, it is, but as a verb, no. Defer. Deny. Oh, demand. Desire. Develop. Determine. You probably have this word in mathematics class a lot. Differ. Huh? Distribute. Yeah. You know, like leveling up a character in a computer game, like a new skill. Enhance. Entail. Establish. Examine. Establish two. Fail. Fail and fall.
He said there are two falls. No.
Oh, well, there is the meaning of fall, the season, autumn. Yeah. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah. Of course. Forbid? Yeah. Generate. Grind. Hesitate. Ah, my wife's name, Hope. Yeah. Imply. Okay. Incorporate.
Intend. I thought it was indent.
Oh. Indicate. Ah, we talked about indicator with the turning signal. Neil? Yeah, on your knees. Okay, you know that one, okay. Lend. Yeah, lie means to tell a lie, like this is blue, that's a lie, and lie down, lie in bed. Maintain. Manage, we're good? Yeah, to keep. What? Where? Oh, under Neil? Yeah. Knit. To knit things together.
Like not stuff?
Yeah, but it's like when like you have, how can I say knit? There's like two, you know, chopsticks. Yes. They look like chopsticks, and they knit things together.
To make
yeah. So sewing is different, but where you have the needle and it's tiny, but the stick knit is big. Yeah, with wool, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so adopt. Adopt means to take ownership, to raise. For example, 2 weeks ago, I was only using these markers. Then Mr. Yamen, the maths teacher, very kindly explained to me how to use these and so on. And now I have adopted the use of them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just one moment, he was speaking first. Yes? Gentlemen, he's speaking. We're civilized young men. Go on. Like adopting what? Oh, it can mean that as well, yes. If you grow up and you have kids, but you feel sad that there's kids in the world with no family, you will adopt. You will have them join your family, okay? Or like a pet. You adopt a pet, okay? But it can also mean, like I said, to take you ownership. Now remember, as we go through these, you are going to pick 5. Even if you know them all, you're going to pick 5, and you're going to try and use them in a piece of writing in a few minutes. Now I'm only asking you to pick 5. Even if there are 20 you don't know, just pick 5, because
5 I know or don't know.
5 that you want to use that are not just like simple words like burn. I'll tell you that, don't worry. Next, arise, to rise up, okay? Assure. The one that make sure is the verb is ensure. Assure is when you kind of say it's okay to someone. Like before a really hard test, one of your friends I bet is always freaking out, yes? You're like, hey, it's okay, don't worry. Every week you're always freaking out about this test. You'll be fine, you'll be fine. To kind of make someone or something kind of encourage would work very good actually. Encourage works very well.
Confirm someone, right?
To what?
To confirm someone.
Yeah, but confer could be positive or negative. Assure is positive, it's like cheer up. Or encourage is the best one. Astonish is to shock someone. Imagine I did this and I made this float. You would be shocked. I astonished you. I shocked you.
I'd say someone would be holding what is
Yeah, you would think that, but then if I went like this, you see, look, no wire. Attend is to go somewhere. Like, you know this list?
I attend to the
The attendance list. So attend is to go somewhere and if we get rid of this E, bath, so that's the way to remember it. Bathe is to wash. Hopefully you bathe every day. Next, bear means to carry. Okay? There, yeah, but same spelling. There, and there is also B-A-R-E, which means bare, like not covered. I don't know. Barefoot, yeah, not wearing shoes, exactly. Broadcast? To stream. Yeah. To stream. Yeah, like, you know, what's that called? Al Jazeera News. What area of the city is that in? No, the big Al Jazeera base. It's in... I've no idea. You guys know. I don't know. Anyway, that has a big tower for sending out the signal and satellite dishes to send to broadcast. Burst, balloon, pop. Blow up. What? So wait, one moment. He was speaking. Let him go, and then you can go. Yes. A rifle. A rifle burst. Yeah, if the burst, the flash would work. Yeah. What? Oh, okay. Cling. To hold on tightly. Like imagine a baby holding on to its parent. It's holding on tight. Okay. Clingy. Yeah, clingy can be. When I was in school, there was a friend of mine. He would always like just be constantly following us and hanging out. We didn't like Sarah, but he was clingy. You know what? Okay, so now concern. Something is related to something, usually in a negative way. So, for example, this not working properly concerns me. It makes me worried. Next, consent, to agree. When you joined this school, did your parents have to sign lots of things? They agreed, blah, blah, whatever the various things. They agreed, they consent. Consult. Oh, consist is to be made of something. This consists of metal, plastic, there's acid in the battery, blah, blah, blah. Consist. This class consists of grammar, writing, speaking, blah, 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 blah. Yes? Which one? Yeah, permission to give to, but I consent to, I agree to, I give permission to. Yes?
Consist means like to, let's say I consist to pay.
I consist of?
To pay.
Oh, no. Consist, no. Consist is something is made of something.
So it's not like I consist, like I want to pay.
Oh, yeah, okay, thank you for explaining. Yeah, insist is to like, I will do this. I promise I will do this. Okay, like you consist of carbon, oxygen, and all the stuff that makes you. Yes? Yeah, exactly. Consult is to ask someone for advice. A consultant, hopefully you will be the most famous chemical engineer in the world. And all of the companies in the world will pay him a lot of money to give advice on new business, okay? So they will consult you, okay? Next, creep, to sneak. Oh, that's how I like them. Creep, to sneak. But in a noun, it means weirdo. So you would say, there's a creep, there's a weirdo. But in a verb, it's like... Creepy, yeah. Criticize. To say bad things. It doesn't have to be bad. Like if he's doing his work, I will criticize. Will I say his work is terrible? Oh, that's horrible. Judging works. But criticize can be good. Like when you're diving, if you do something bad, your trainer, do they slap you and say, terrible, get out of here? Or do they criticize you in a positive way and say, you did okay, but you need to fix this? Anyway, defer is to postpone. For example, when coronavirus had started, before it started, me and my family, we were going to go on a holiday to South Africa. But obviously when coronavirus started, we had to defer. No, not cancel. Postpone, to push back.
Like movies.
Yeah, like movies are being postponed, are being deferred. Next. No, differ is when you disagree. Like your favorite color is blah blah, my favorite color is blue blah, whatever. We differ on our favorite. Yeah, but this is defer, is to postpone. Demand, to ask strongly. Yeah, to ask strongly. Yeah, very strong. Desire, you want very much. Okay? Determine, to figure out. So, one second. Determine X.
3.
Yeah, there you go. You have determined.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
No. So that equals 9. 3x equals 9. X equals 3. Anyway, so determine is to figure out. Differ is to differ. Like we differ on what sports we like, because I presume you love diving. Yeah. We differ, or swimming, okay? Sorry, I keep saying diving, don't I? Distribute is to pass out. Every morning the Peninsula distributes newspapers to different shops. Emphasize, to highlight. How am I emphasizing these verbs? Yeah, I'm circling, I'm emphasizing. Can you repeat this? Because some people mispronounce this. Emphasize. Entail is to include. This movie entails some fighting, some comedy, whatever. Yes? Okay. Establish is to what? To start something. For example, you will see outside a shop, it says blah blah shop, EST 1947. What does the EST mean? Yeah, it was started. Yeah? There you go, perfect. Yes. Blah 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 blah. Examine? To check. Forbid. Yeah, forbidden, it's not allowed. Okay? Yeah, how is electricity generated in this country? No. Literally, what? Just electricity comes. How is the electricity? No, tell me. Where does this electricity come from? How is it generated? Yeah, there are, as far as, who said gas? Are there gas power plants or oil power plants here? Okay, oil. So in that case, burning oil, turbine, blah, blah, blah. They have hydroelectricity here?
No.
Anyway, maybe they will in the future. Anyway, grind is to squeeze down something. Yeah, to grind, when you have to level up slowly. When you keep I'm going to do this, I'm going to, fight the minor characters for my thing. But like rocks grinding. Hesitate. Yeah. To pause. Okay? To pause. Yeah, to double ask yourself, to double check in your head, to pause. Imply. No, it is to hint at something, not directly saying. Okay? So, for example, if I, after the winter break, if I come back and I have a terrible haircut, like it's hard for you to look at my haircut, you want to ask what happened. Like if I have hair here, whatever. You won't, because you're all polite, you won't say to me, your haircut is terrible. You will say, Mr. Johnson, that is... You have an interesting haircut. Do you understand? You're implying... Yeah, hinting. At the beginning of class, if I say to you, today, gentlemen, you will have a wonderful day. My evil laugh is implying what? Something bad's going to happen. Lend? To temporarily give. The opposite of borrow, yeah. What? Oh, sorry. Oh, incorporate is to include. If CBQ, the bank, buys Doha Bank, it incorporates, it includes. Okay? My work clothes incorporate a tie, shirt, pants, shoes, blah, blah, blah. Yes? No, that's different. That is this spelling. Co, meaning two, co, together. Co-operate.
Means working together.
Yeah, operate is to work. Co-operate is work with others. Okay?
What does corporate mean?
Corporate is like something that is joined together. So incorporate is to include. Okay? To include in the corporation. Indicate, to show, to point at something. Okay? To indicate. How am I indicating the words? Yep. Lend is to temporarily give.
Something to borrow.
Yes. Oh, no. If you give it to me, you lend me, I borrow. Lend is to give out, like a bank will lend money. You borrow the money. Okay? Now, maintain, to keep something going. Like, yeah, so I maintain not having hair on my face. How? By shaving. Now, in your notebook, write down 5 of these words that you want to try and use. Go. What? Indicate is to show, to hint. Like when I'm turning left, indicate left. Turning right, indicate right. So, have you written? Okay, you are going to. Oh, it's going to be about whatever topic. I'll show you the structure we're going to use. This is the structure we're going to use. You have your 5 verbs, hopefully? Here is what you're going to do. Okay, now listen. Okay? Now you don't have to pick this topic. Remember, I don't really mind what your topic is. Gentlemen? Okay. The topic, I'm not concerned about. Okay? So if you want a different topic, no big deal. Okay? You are going to write a paragraph, not 8 different sentences. It's laid out like this just for the structure, but when you write it, it is going to be a paragraph. Do you understand? So I hope nobody gives me 8 separate sentences. Are we clear? Yes. You will just use 5 of the verbs. Yeah, I will in a minute, but for now, just let me finish explaining each section, and if you have questions after, of course. So first thing, you are going to write a paragraph, not 8 separate sentences. Do we understand? Next. Sorry? I'll go back in a minute to pick them. You will have a topic sentence, whatever topic you like. If you want, you can use this question as your prompt, as your to help you figure it out. If not, whatever you like. When you say, let's say, for example, give me a topic.
Is eating burger healthy?
Okay, eating burgers is not healthy. The first reason that eating burgers is unhealthy is that they are full of a lot of fat. Now, I am going to give a detail that supports this idea. Too much fat in your diet causes high cholesterol, which can block your arteries, blah, 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 blah. The second reason that eating burgers a lot is unhealthy is because people don't spend time considering what they eat. Too often people just go to fast food restaurants because they don't want to cook. This can make people only want convenience and not health. The last reason that eating burgers is not healthy is because many burgers are made to be very, very cheap. This means that the ingredients in these burgers are often of very low quality. Okay? So topic sentence. One reason why the topic sentence is true. Explain it more. Okay? Reason 2, explain it more. Reason 3, explain it more. So you are going to write this paragraph and you are going to pretend, you're not actually going to write a second paragraph, but you're going to pretend you are, okay? Yes. And you're going to imagine your next paragraph is about healthy food or whatever. You are going to add one more sentence that would link to the imaginary paragraph.
So this imaginary, the last sentence in your paragraph will be some good things about burger.
Yeah, it might be, yeah, exactly. Like, however, burgers aren't all bad. And then your next paragraph is blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now remember, do I really care what topic you pick? No, it's about following this structure, okay? Okay, write down, what's your hobby? What? Speak louder, please.
Jet skiing.
Jet skiing, okay. Jet skiing is a wonderful hobby. Boom, that's your topic sentence. Go, come on. Now, I'm going to put up the verbs, okay? I'm going to put up the verbs. Just pick 2 of them to use. Oh, sorry, 5, yes, thank you. Pick 5 of them to use. Try and use 5 verbs that you think are good verbs to use. And don't just pick the simple ones. He's an honest guy.
For every reason, 2 lines.
What?
How many reasons we like?
3 reasons, but so you say, this is topic sentence. This is the greatest thing in the world. Reason 1. It is very useful because it allows me to write on the whiteboard. Then a detail. When I press blah blah at the bottom of the screen, I could even change the color. Reason 2. I can't think of any other reason why it's so good, but you give a reason and explain the reason a little bit.
This is also about can I have the positives and negatives or something?
You could say, the topic sentence could be, many people have disagreements about whether this is good or bad. Reason 1 is you could show positive sides of it. Reason 2 could be, but there are other people who think, you could do it like that. Yeah. It is important to look professional at school. Do you think it's important to have a uniform or to dress nicely at school?
Yes.
Fine, or do you agree? Okay, that's your thing. It is important to look well at school. Give 3 reasons. Number 1, it trains you for when you're older. Number 2, it encourages you to take pride in yourself. And number 3, it stops kids, like for example, if you could wear whatever you like, let's say some kid whose family is like always buying them all these silly expensive clothes. You know what I mean? Other kids might be like,
If we are able to come in any clothes you want, trust me, at least 4 people will come in their pajamas.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Yes?
Something like the right reason 1 isn't to reason 3.
Yeah. So reason, explain the reason. Reason, explain the reason. Reason. Well, for example, off-road biking is okay. So give me the first reason why it's exciting.
Because it's not normal riding.
Okay, so it is not normal riding. By this I mean, when you go off-road biking, you can go anywhere in the country. Well, okay, so you mean off-road cycling?
Not cycling.
What do you mean? Like motorbike or quad bike?
ATVs.
Oh, ATVs, okay. So first reason, you can go into unusual places. For example, you can cross over the desert in many cool areas, blah, 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 blah. Second reason, it encourages you to go outside. Detail, the only place to do off-road biking is outside in nature. So it helps you appreciate nature more. Reason 3, it's a great way to meet people. For example, there are many off-road clubs where people from all over the society meet and join, blah, blah, blah. Do you understand? So you say why something, explain it a bit. Reason 2, explain it a bit. Reason 3, explain it a bit.
Yeah, I explained the topic sentence or not?
No, so you have what your topic, which is off-road biking is great. Give 3 reasons why it's great, and then for each reason, explain it a little bit. Yes?
Whatever you want to do on like whatever you want to do. Another word for that.
Say it again.
Another word for whatever you want to do.
It gives you a lot of freedom. Yes. What do you like? What's your hobby? What does he talk about a lot? Video games, fine. Minecraft. Minecraft is an amazing game for kids to play. 3 reasons why. Okay, so you can say it's educational, it's fun, and people can socialize. Well, okay, socialize in Minecraft. Okay. I don't really look. Do I really care about the topic so much? So the point is, you are going to write your topic sentence, Minecraft, blah, 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 good. The first reason why, you can learn a lot of cool things. Give an example of why it's a cool thing. It's a game that has a lot of freedom. Explain how it has a lot of freedom. Okay, like you can do whatever you like. It can be an interesting place for communities to form, and then give an example of how an online community can form. And then you're going to do this. However, there are also some negative aspects of Minecraft. And then you would imagine, you're not going to write your next paragraph, blah, 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 negative aspects. So people, what?
1 minute left.
I know, that's why I'm about to tell you about your homework. So, here we go. I am going to post a screenshot of this on Teams, okay? Oh yeah, I'll put the verbs as well. Thank you for reminding me. I will post a screenshot of this on Teams. Okay, next class, just have 1 paragraph done. It's only 8 sentences. Okay? If you want to do more, fine. But just before next class, make sure you have it done. Yes? Yeah, okay. Okay, Monday then. Yeah, I always forget that we don't have class every day. Okay. Read it. Hey, gentlemen. Let's be civilized. He said he's done. Yeah, I know, I understand. Say, shh. The bell. Did we hear the bell? Are my ears so old? Really? Oh wow, it is time. Okay, have a lovely weekend.